This is John Paul Roy. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. This article is called WB reportedly thinks that firing Amber Heard from Aquaman 2 would create worse PR. This is by Jessica James from We Got It Covered, so take it with a grain of salt, but sometimes these articles are good food for thought. Now, I don't think this is completely off base. I think that Hollywood has been pandering to SJWs, woke people, for a long time. And if they reduce Amber's role, or they replace her, and people think she's a victim because of the supposed objective verdict, which we know is a shit call, but that's what some people are going to be thinking, who only look at the thing on the surface level, then they might get pissed. How could you reduce Amber's role when she was abused? They'll get some of that, and that's what they're scared of. Now, we know the deal. If you've been following the case for a year, 2, 3, even 4, you know Johnny Depp did not touch her. The worst he did was some cell phone text, which is meaningless. But unfortunately, these companies play by what's officially been stated. Johnny Depp's recent lawsuit loss has, to put it lightly, generated a lot of controversy around the case and the role of Amber Heard. The actor has since resigned from his upcoming part in the Fantastic Beasts franchise and is also believed to no longer be returning for a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. However, Heard is still expected to continue to play Mera in Aquaman 2 regardless of the wave of online criticism over her future. And now we're hearing reports that WB thinks firing her from the film will actually create worse PR than keeping her on. And by the way, Johnny got paid for Fantastic Beasts, so I think Johnny getting paid for it was like the main thing, because yes, with this current situation, it would be great if he was in that movie. However, it was like a part 3. It probably wouldn't have done like super good in the box office aside from the fact that he's in it anyway. So, it was kind of like just a mid-level role for him compared to stuff he's done. So, I don't know. I think getting the money was a big deal. According to Geekosity's Mikey Sutton, sources have revealed that there are no plans to remove the actress despite the negative reaction. Indeed, the bad publicity triggered by Depp bringing his lawsuit against allegations of beating his then-wife helped the studio to make a decision regarding whose side they would take. And I just gotta say that the assumption is she'll be in the movie. So that means if we don't hear any solid evidence or any confirmation from Warner Brothers themselves, then we have to assume she'll be in the movie. So that's not something that needs to be confirmed or an inside source to confirm or, And now it seems that the outcome of the trial means that WB are more concerned about what would happen if they fired Heard in spite of her being the alleged wrong party in the dispute. Okay, so let's see what Sutton says. Warner Bros. Removing an actress who was the victim of spousal abuse will create even worse PR, executives fear, despite what she is also being accused of, says Sutton, and I could see how they would be kind of forced to think that. I mean, these companies have to play things on surface level, and technically the verdict is against Johnny, so they can't be in the position to be questioning the judge, even if they knew he was corrupt, even if they knew, as we do, he was connected pretty tightly to a lot of people on Amber's team. They can't use those facts in public because they don't want to go against the court in Britain. That's my silly little opinion, but it's probably right. Of course, Johnny and his lawyers are planning to appeal the ruling, which means that the situation could still change and Amber Heard may potentially face damage in the future. For now, though, it's clear that her employers and other parts of the industry have adopted a strategy where they'll follow the latest legal thinking and thus reduce the risk of being seen to penalize the actress who may well still be the victim and unfairly treated by her detractors. We already know that the studio are reluctant to drop Amber as they could come in for more attacks and now appear to just want to move on and avoid further controversies. As such, the actress who slammed the online petitions against her since the verdict was announced doesn't look like she'll be facing the same career issues as her ex-husband, at least not yet. Yeah, I mean, they make a key point is that, well, right as of this moment in time, the verdict stands, but there will be an appeal, And if there are at least some uncorrupt judges in the room, they should see that at least this was a bad call. The verdict should have been, in the least case scenario, different than it was. And here, we see her lawyer, and it looks like she's almost parading her around, chaperoning her around on display here. Like, oh, look at my client. She was a victim. And this could just be the angle of the picture or the moment it was taken, but she kind of looks messed up there. Kind of looks like she's got a hangover or something. It just doesn't look like she's like all with it and energetic and ready to go for the day. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below. I think the article was pretty good. For a site that does rumors, I think they hit the nail on the head with a few things that are pretty factual, like the industry has to just play the narrative that Amber is the victim, and that's what they chose to do. Also, I do like the fact that they acknowledge that she's safe for now, because not every article says that. Some of them just say, well, Johnny lost the case. They end it there. But at least, we got it covered here, reminds us that this ain't over yet. So I see that as a positive thing. Anyway, consider subscribing here. I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. This weekend, gonna get to some shoutouts. I might actually have a full weekend, all alone. Gonna do like 12 videos, 20, 25, who knows, I'm never gonna stop. So maybe subscribe here, you'll see some of them, some live streams, stuff like that. If you don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.